Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, his son and the producer. Tonight, the title is Reading the Will, which I've got a thought to share on that. But before I do, just to mention to everyone who's out there watching, whether it's the first time or any time at all, be sure to say something in the chat so we know you're here. Hello to everybody already, by the way, Marilyn, Jeff, Abby, Marilyn, and Kat out there. Probably Jared, too. But before I go any further, like I said, be sure to say something in the chat. The first time there's no charge for readings. Going forward after that, it's just $10 per card, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month for readings, which I highly recommend since we run 3 shows per week. Normally that's Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Now, before I turn it over to Christopher for the evening's readings, the thought that came through tonight is that expectations can lead to disappointment. So, as a rule, I generally try not to have them, but healthy expectations are a critical ingredient in manifesting anything. Like a pretty picnic, for example, we have to clearly picture where we're going to go, what we're going to eat, and we can reasonably expect to have a good time. That's healthy. Unhealthy expectations can come in the form of trying to change things that are beyond our control, like changing other people, or with reading the will, expecting a large inheritance that's just not there. So, that all being said, thank you for listening. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, great evening, great Monday evening to you. This is the special incense from Bhutan, from the Rinpoche, and I thought this was really important for all of you tonight on the show to open up the higher heart space. So, in about reading the will and about good expectations, this has to do with your inheritance. So let's say you go to a reading of the will and you don't really know the person and you're not really expecting anything, but you're invited to this reading of the will. And excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. You're reading the will. The point of my telling you this story is there would be a difference in going to having this will being read and knowing that person really, really well, having spent a lifetime with them. This is your, we don't have to wait now to the reading of the will in our case, because this person that we've known all our lives, this person that we've connected to Source, is about God. If you think, however you term God or Source or your higher self, that's the person that is giving you this. Okay, you're inheriting this. This is divine love. So it's also about releasing and clearing. So all of you on the show tonight, releasing and clearing the fear of being vulnerable. This is being open to this divine love. The divine love is your full inheritance. And you deserve it because you've been in contact with Source, with God, with your higher self, however you want to term it. Maybe not at this lifetime, but many lifetimes. Not just this lifetime, but many lifetimes. So you don't have to search for divine love. You don't have to sit there in the back of the room going, oh gosh, maybe I'll get something. I hope I get, I'll just be happy with anything. No. This is claiming the full inheritance. And understanding that love doesn't come from relationships. It doesn't come from external circumstances or other people. It's about loving absolutely yourself and you connecting with that divine love. Then if relationships come in and external examples, the picnic, right? Those things are just added flavor to this divine love. So the more you drop your shields, the more love is revealed. So it's safe for you to be vulnerable, appropriately vulnerable. Let's put it that way. It's safe for you to be appropriately vulnerable. Okay. So the more love you are, the more love is reflected back to you. Whew. And that's the higher heart activation card. I forgot to show the group card. That was the whole thought behind the group card. Higher heart activation. Okay. All right. So we have Marilyn Pitts on tonight, first and foremost. Let's see the list. Okay. Yep, we've got Marilyn, Jeff, Abby and Marilyn, Kat and Jared. Great show tonight. So Marilyn, give me a minute here. This is it's called the Virtue card, but the message behind it is I'm going to relate to your personal experience of being a nurse. And you getting paid appropriately for being that nurse. And you earned it. And you used that money, you kept it, you provided for your family. You were a good provider when it came to that. You didn't go giving your paycheck to the janitor. You owned it and you claimed it. So you didn't think that you deserved a janitor's wage. With all of your training, all of your years of experience, you got the nurse's wage. So this is about, and I'm talking to every one of you on the show now, this is about owning and claiming your paycheck. Owning and claiming the work that you've done to help your family, to help others, this is the Virtue card. And you've done it really with no expectation, like Kenan said, with no expectation of anything in return. But when it comes to spiritual matters, it's absolutely claiming it. One of my teachers went to India. Excuse me. One of my teachers went to India to this ashram. Is before they even had phones at this ashram, so people would just show up. There were some people that had been there for months and sometimes years that still had not had a private audience with the monks. She gets off of this horse cart. Two children run down the hill, grab her hand, take her past this long line of people that had been waiting for hours to see the monks, takes her right into the inner chamber of the monks. And as soon as she walks in, they start applauding. They didn't know that they had no idea she was coming. Well, not by telephone. But the reason I'm telling you this experience to all of you is step up. Be free of, no, I'll kind of wait my turn. No, you go ahead. No, this is owning it. So Jeff, Abby, Marilyn, Kat, Jared, own it. Absolutely own it. Step up, claim it. And know that you're worthy of it. So and be free of comparing yourself to other people that say they're more enlightened. Oh, because you have absolutely every bit. It's like comparing your 5G with someone else's 5G on your phone. Well, I don't know where my phone is, but I have 5G. And you go, well, I have 5G too. Oh, well, my 5G is better than your 5G. It's ridiculous. Do you understand my connection there, Marilyn? That it's your source, your connection with source is absolutely as valuable as anyone else's. It's just that they're not using it. They're standing in line. Go to the front of the line. All right, my dear Jeff. Three of Stones. So they're showing me someone showing you how to skip rocks across water. And you find the correct flat rock. You can't really do it. Well, maybe you can do it with a round stone. Be free of taking on the stones of other people, Jeff, because they don't really know how to skip rocks. So it's like stones are like weights. In this case, it's like taking on the weight or the worry of a company or the worry of an individual or the burdens of someone else. That's not your standard modem of operation. Your SOP, standard operation mode.
Standard procedure, right?
Standard operating procedure. What's that?
Modus operandi.
Modus operandi. Thank you. I was mixing those two up. Modus operandi. Jeff, your modus operandi is you find the flat stones and you skip it. And you do not take on the weight or the worry of, oh, the economy's bad, or the election is blah blah blah, it's causing blah blah blah. It has nothing to do with that energy. You are a professional stone skipper. You defy the laws of gravity, and you have rocks float across water. Stay in that mode, and when you get out of that mode, that's when people or energies are trying to drag you down. This is you absolutely owning the workforce and knowing that you're special. You're special. Own it. Stop standing in line. And be free of taking a. So this reading tonight's releasing, clearing, destroying, and uncreating, if you choose to, any of that energy, any of that heavy rock round energy that floats right to the bottom of the lake rather than skipping across it. Okay? All right, Abby. Connection. Just got back from Georgia. Happy trips, happy travels. I hope things were well there. So, Abby, you're really smart, highly intelligent. This balance is around, I'm always and forever free of the need to define things. You make a phone call, you don't think twice about how the phone works. You turn on the TV, you don't think twice about how the TV works. This is getting into that same frame of mind as to how spirit works, how your connection to the divine works. Because if you get caught up into how the phone works or how the television works, especially if you're not electronically inclined or mechanically inclined, it's not really going to mean much to you. It's still really a miracle. Whether it's a man-made miracle or a spirit-made miracle, are you willing to let go, release, clear, destroy, and uncreate the need to know? And more of trusting or making it about something. Because your brain desperately needs to make an attachment to understanding something. The reason I'm telling you this is because your connection, you're moving up from a 2G to 5G. We all are. And so you're going to get odd dreams, these messages, these aha moments, these kind of downloads. And you'll get them from other people. Like, yeah. Or you'll get guidance from other people. They'll just say random things to you. And you go, oh, that's kind of spirit working through them as well. Okay. All right, my dear Marilyn. So, happy you got connection. Marilyn, you got knowledge. So this knowledge is connected with wisdom. Well, do you remember when we were in like high school and college years and years and years ago? There weren't really any computers and you couldn't look things up and you had to go to the card file. Or you went to the librarian and you asked her that you needed a book. And she sometimes maybe gave you the wrong book or directed you to the wrong area. Then you had to go back and try to find the right area or the right book. This is you're the librarian now. So when somebody in the know, like a librarian, a doctor, a teacher, a professor, a lawyer, when they tell you something, be free of automatically accepting it. Go, what is behind this? Because you have access to the card catalog. And if it doesn't sit right with you, then trust that. And it's misinformed information that people give you or can give you. They're not fully informed about it, but you have a capacity to go into your card catalog here and test it against your gut and know whether it's true or not. That's true knowledge with the wisdom. And Kenan, can you look at metaphysical meaning of pearls? So there's somebody around you, Marilyn, with pearls, but they're accentuating the pearls. So it's like with someone close to your family, like a mother, aunt. It's definitely a woman. And she's talking about the pearls, but I'm not sure why. Okay, so pearls symbolize purity, integrity, wisdom, embody divine feminine energy. Oh, they possess healing properties. That's why it's coming up. Well, that's why they're showing me these pearls. And they soothe the mind. And they boost the immune system. They protect against negative energies, as well as promote spiritual growth. And they clear negative energies, balance the crown chakra, improve inner wisdom. That's why I'm getting, I don't know if you have pearls or you have even one pearl, but it's important to get a pearl. Meditate with it, feel it, carry it on your person. And in no way, shape, or form feed it to pigs. We've talked about this, right? Pigs don't appreciate pearls. It's not that they just don't know what they are. Okay, that was good. All right, Kat. Kat, Jared, Lindsay. So, Kat, there's something about starting or having your own home office. I don't know why this is, but start. It's not going to be immediate, but start making preparations to have your own space at your house or a place nearby that you have your office that you can go to and shut the door. And it's got to be a really extremely restful, it's got to be your space. There's something coming up around that. It's got to have lots of color, lots of vibrancy, flowers. It's going to be very, very successful. And be very, very careful about who you let into your office. If there's an area of business that you don't enjoy doing, you can hire it out. Let's say bookkeeping or Excel spreadsheets or something. It's about keeping your space really clear, really clean. But I get a lot of freedom with this. That's what this establishment is, the Emperor card. It's huge. It's really big. Okay, Jared, here we go. Okay. I don't really have much to say about this, Jared. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Let a few letters reveal itself, and then you know the answer. I mean, literally like the game Wheel of Fortune. There's a few more letters that need to fall into place before the puzzle comes together, like Wheel of Fortune. But the outcome is the Wheel of it's fortune. Be free of making the wrong decision, because even the wrong decision is the right decision. It's taught you what doesn't work, and it'll direct you. So it's like our conversation last week, right? It's like nothing was working out, nothing was working out, nothing was working out, and then the interest rates dropped, and then things worked out. It's like you remember Teresa Lopez on the show. She was asking about whether she should get this building, and I go, not now, because she got the disappointment card, and then she got the expanse card, and I go, 3 weeks later, that building that she was looking at getting and the building next to it both opened up, and she got both places, which is what she really needed, even though she didn't know it. And they made her an incredible offer for both places. So that's the Wheel of Fortune. That's where things fall into place. And there's just a few more letters that need to come to your attention. And the puzzle all comes together for you. Okay, my dear Lindsay. So we talked last night about thoughts that thoughts are entities, thoughts are things. So it's really important right now to keep your emotions and your thoughts focused, and that they're going to work out, even though things that can be frustrating or worrisome. This is a challenge, a chance for you to remove that. This is you coming into balance and getting out from under Diocles' sword. Diocles was this sword hung over his head by a string, and it could break any minute. And so he was always worried about that. That's the ruin card. And this is like, I always wondered about that story, like why didn't he just move out from underneath the swords rather than stay there and worry? This is about knowing that it's going to work out. You know, I got a text today from a woman I met about 5 months ago, and she hated her job, lost the job, and then she texted me. She goes, I got hired today at a company with more money than I can imagine. But during that journey, it was like, for her, stopping creating what was no longer serving her. The worry, the anxiety, it's moving out of that and focusing more on what is going to work out for you. Yeah, that right now you're getting to spend more time motherhood. This is the motherhood card. Look at what you're getting from this experience. You're getting to spend time with your kids. And then you've got the star card. I mean, 3 cards fell out, so that's why I'm sharing them with you. This is like, even in the darkest of nights, you have direction. You're moving toward direction, and things are going to work out really well. So that's really, really good. Just know that it's moving toward everything working out for you. Okay, I love the show tonight. Thank you very much. And this was divine timing because I've got a client that called me and needs my help, so I'm actually going to run over there. So it was perfect timing with all of you. We'll do this again Wednesday night. Love you all. Have a great night.